Peter sits down with visual effects legend Dennis Muren. We check out the latest Star Wars tabletop games and much, much more. Now, from the Lucasfilm headquarters, it's the Star Wars Show.
Hello, I'm Peter Townley.
And I'm Andy Gutierrez. Welcome to the Star Wars Show, Episode 4.
Only we're not calling it Episode 4 until it's re-released in theaters a couple of years from now.
Google it. Hey, let's talk about some news. If you've ever wanted to get your hands on some of the props used in Star Wars The Force Awakens, but don't have a name that rhymes with Maisie Diddley or Madame Biver, we have the next best thing.
Introduced this morning by Lucasfilm, the Star Wars Collectibles Ultimate Studio Edition offers made-to-order replica props featured in The Force Awakens.
Crafted by the prop makers at the prop shop in Pinewood Studios, the replicas are created using the same digital data as the original props.
They're even finished using identical techniques to the screen-used props by the same people who made them in the first place.
8 different prop replicas are available to order right now, and we happen to have 2 of them right here. Darth Vader's melted helmet and Rey's staff, which I am never giving up.
That's really, can I just hold it for a second though? I just want, but...
For more information on these incredible replicas, visit StarWarsUltimateStudioEdition.com.
Also launching today is audience voting for the 2016 Star Wars Fan Film Awards.
Narrowed down from nearly 500 entries, the top 25 films were selected by the Lucasfilm staff, and now you can view and vote for your favorites on StarWars.com.
The award-winning films will be announced this summer during Star Wars Celebration Europe.
And while we're on the topic of celebrations...
Nice segue.
Tickets for Star Wars Celebration Orlando in 2017 went on sale last week, and they're selling fast.
In fact, the VIP packages are completely sold out, but don't worry, 4-day and single-day passes are still available. For tickets and more information, visit StarWarsCelebration.com.
Finally, Star Wars fan Martin Penchod created this sprawling 400-foot infographic depicting the entirety of the script for A New Hope.
StarWars.com spoke to him about the creation of his massive project, his favorite scenes to recreate, and his plans for a follow-up.
To read the full article or for more Star Wars information from around the galaxy, check out StarWars.com.
Pew, 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 pew. Star Wars.
Some want Princess Leia to become first senator of the New Republic, but did you know she isn't even a real princess? Fact, Leia Organa is not of a royal bloodline. She says she's a champion of small business, but would a champion of small business murder an entrepreneur in cold blood? She touts her strong family values. But did you know she married a notorious scoundrel and spice trafficker? Leia claims she's for alien equality, but why doesn't she think Wookiees deserve medals? What else is she trying to hide? Paid for by Centers for a Strong Republic.
Hi everybody, I'm here with Dennis Muren, the Senior Visual Effects Supervisor and Creative Director at ILM. Dennis, thank you so much for being on the show.
Sure, yeah.
Welcome back. Last week, you asked if you could answer some questions from the fans.
Sure.
So we're just going to get started.
All right.
And Cheese, could you bring the questions over, please?
Thanks, buddy.
So our first question is from Iron Golem 101. How did you get the job at ILM?
I was living in LA and was in my mid-20s and heard that George Lucas was doing this science fiction film, and I'd never met him, and I always loved movies. So I tracked down somebody who I heard was working on it and was doing the effects, and that was John Dykstra. Mm-hmm. And they were just starting up, and I asked to see if I could maybe get some work on it as a camera guy or whatever, or effects camera guy, and he said, come on over, and I did an interview, and that was it. So I walked into a place that I'd never been to, work with people who I'd never worked with before, and meet George. And it was just a great experience and changed my life.
Next question from Boston Peterson. Were you thinking that the special effects in Star Wars A New Hope was going to revolutionize film?
I didn't think so.
No.
I was thrilled to work with George and thrilled to work with the gear, and the crew was wonderful. They were a whole different type of person than I was. Car racers and stuff like that, and movie guy, real machinists and stuff like that. And I just thought it was going to be a one-off, and that was sort of it. And I couldn't tell if the film was going to be any good or not.
AJ Minotti asks, was there a time that there was an attempt at a high-tech solution that failed and then a low-tech solution became the right way to do it?
There was talk at the beginning of the walker sequence to build real robotic walkers that would actually walk. And I just thought that was a really, really bad idea. I just pushed, we shouldn't do this, Let me do it stop motion. Because I knew that. I knew the people that could do it. And George said, fine. And I just set it up the way that the original King Kong had been set up, with big painted backgrounds, and you can put the puppets in front of them, and you can light them correctly, and tweak them because that stuff has to be lit and in the photographed perfect to look really, really super good.
We have a question here from Mr. Bob A. Feet. Oh, I see what you did there. What was the most painfully rewarding special effect or special effects you have worked on?
It's Empire Strikes Back. And that was the hardest thing I've ever done. And it was far beyond what Star Wars was as far as the effects go. Many more shots, much more complicated with the light backgrounds, the snow backgrounds and the cloud backgrounds. So the matting had to be better. So many more designs, so many different types of things between the walkers and the asteroid sequence. I mean, just the asteroid sequence alone. And we just barely got that show done.
Ben Wiles asks, will Dennis Muren be working on more Star Wars films?
You know, I'm working a little bit. I'm just sort of consulting, but I am kind of looking at the dailies and making comments and saying, you know, not wanting to copy the other films, but there is a world that they need to be in that needs to be true to itself. And so I sort of make suggestions.
Sort of like Obi-Wan and Empire Strikes Back and come and, well, it's not ready yet.
Maybe like that. I don't know if it's like that or not. Or maybe that slug creature that comes out of the compactor thing and looks around and goes back. Whoa, let me out of here. Goes back in.
Thank you so much.
Sure, yeah.
Thank you for being here talking with us and giving us your wisdom.
All right, thanks, sure.
Stick around. More Star Wars show in a sec. I'm here with Steve Horvath of Fantasy Flight Games, who has brought some really great stuff over here to Lucasfilm. Steve, you just showed up with some games. What's going on?
We brought them out today for a special experience for the employees to come see all the stuff that they work with us on to get out to the world to everybody else. You go off on all these crazy adventures and kind of retell the original saga. It could be Leia that gets frozen in carbonite.
You can make all of your headcanon come true.
The two of you are making your way into an Imperial facility.
I have 2 advantage and I have 1 despair. We're going to try and blow up the whole base.
All right.
Andy Gutierrez, what are you doing here?
Learning how to play X-Wing.
All you have to do is you pick where you're going to fly each turn, anticipating where your opponent's going to fly. You roll your attack dice.
Biggs Darklighter almost destroyed Darth Vader, and a droid in love snuck into an Imperial base with the help of a Shadrafan spy, all made possible by Fantasy Flight Games and my imagination.
Dude, that game is so much fun.
Taking out TIE pilots.
Dude, taking them down. Got my Ghost, got my Phantom, ready to go.
You're all set.
Yeah, man, I'm gonna have to take you down later. Show you who's boss.
Challenge.
But that's our show for the week.
Huge thanks to Dennis Muren for stopping by, and to all of you out there who sent in questions.
Finally, seeing as how next week is our own episode 5, we wanted to find out from you, the viewers, who your favorite underrated character from The Empire Strikes Back is.
Are you hinting at a return of Everything is Important?
Possibly.
Leave your answer in the comments below, or tweet them to Star Wars using the hashtag StarWarsShow5.
Deep breath. And remember to like the video, subscribe to the channel, leave a comment. Check us out on Twitter, Instagram, Facebook, Tumblr, Google+, and StarWars.com for more Star Wars show.
See you next week! Yeah. Can I touch the staff now?
Nope. Nope, it's mine. Bye.
This week on the Star Wars Show, Andy sits down with Chewbacca mom Candace Payne. We hit the streets